I don't know what we're gonna put in our video this week because we really didn't do anything.
Yeah. So, are we gonna do a show about nothing?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Hi there, we are Jill and Chris. In 2017, we sold our house and left our beloved garden to head out into the world on a one-way ticket. With no official plan, we found ourselves bouncing around Central America and the Caribbean for 2 years. After a visit back to Canada, we flew to Morocco in January of 2020. After the borders were shut down in March due to the pandemic, we waited for restrictions to ease off before flying to Istanbul, Turkey to start the next chapter of our life.
There were epic moments. Don't forget that.
Yes.
There were epic moments.
Yeah, there was a couple epic moments, like this one. And then there was this one.
Oh yeah, can't forget that one. That one was really epic.
Oh, then there was that other one.
Was that the most epic one?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh no, there was
No.
one more that was pretty epic.
Okay. Right, that's that one. Yes, I remember that epic moment. So epic. Wow.
So epic. Hey guys.
Hey.
So some of you may have picked up on our attempted Seinfeld reference there.
Yeah.
On having our show about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we the truth is that, you know, every week we don't do something every week.
No.
And
this is the part behind the slow travel. You know?
Yeah.
We feel that like we can do menial tasks and whatever else and not actually have to be doing exciting things every single day or every week and whatever else.
Yeah, because we're slow traveling and we're in one place for a long period of time, it actually gives us the chance to just have downtime and relax and not feel like we have to chase around and see things all the time. You know, we choose to travel this way for that reason.
Yes.
But also slow travel allows us a chance to really get to know the people and the culture, and we see many different layers of a country than you would if you were just sort of breezing by, you know, only visiting places for 2 or 3 days at a time. So
Yeah, we've been hanging out in the neighborhood a little bit more lately, like checking out the local coffee spots and hanging out with the locals actually as well. So
we are, this is Giovanna station near our house, right on the sidewalk here. So this is mostly a men's thing here in Sudan and actually Morocco as well, but they let me come because I'm a tourist, I think.
Oh yeah, I also got my head shaved for the first time in Port Sudan. That was epic.
And we found our new favorite pizza spot.
Oh yes, can't forget about that place.
So since we left Istanbul at the beginning of January, we went from Istanbul to Egypt, and we were only in Egypt for a little over 3 weeks before we came here to Sudan. And all of it was very sort of unsettled traveling. We really didn't really feel like there was a place where we could just sort of relax and unwind. And since arriving in Port Sudan, we finally have felt that way.
Yeah.
Which brings us to these weeks of nothing.
Yes.
But yeah, we since we got into our neighborhood here, we just really started to enjoy getting to know the people, and we're just really feeling like, you know, we're getting a routine and we're just sort of sinking into the way of life around here. And we realized in this week that we only had 2 weeks left in Sudan on our visa.
Yes, that's right. So yeah, we decided to look into actually extending instead of leaving because we really love it here.
Yeah, we just really enjoyed the slow pace, the friendly people, the weather's great. It's like, high 20s, low 30s. We are told that it gets up to 40 in the summer, so we probably won't stay for too long.
No.
But we thought, if we could extend our visa for even just one more month, at least it just gives us that, that time to just sort of like relax and figure out our next moves. We've also been trying to figure out where we're gonna go next.
Yeah. We haven't quite nailed that down yet.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hello.
So we just got back from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or something like that.
Department of Foreign
Affairs. We've been talking. We have like 2 weeks left on our visa here in Sudan, and we feel like we just got to Port Sudan, and we're just feeling like we're getting settled,
figuring things out. And,
and our visa was only good for 60 days, so we only have 2 weeks left, and we kind of started talking about where we're going next and how we're going to go somewhere, and just the thought of moving again is too much for us right now. So we talked to our friend Mohammed and asked him what he thought about us extending our visa, or if he thought it'd be possible, and he says, I need to go to the Department of Foreign Affairs today. Why don't you just come with me and we can ask? And just so easy. Anyways, we got in his truck and went, and first of all we chatted with them, and they asked if we had registered ourselves when we got to Sudan, which we didn't know we had to do.
Yes.
And so thankfully the guy at the office said, don't worry, I'll do it now. But basically when you get to Sudan, you have to get getting your passport stamped isn't enough. When you cross the border, you actually physically have to go to one of these offices, and they have to like stamp you into the country and register you to say that you're actually here.
Yeah.
So he did that for us, thankfully. That cost us 5,000 Sudanese pounds, which is about like $15 or $16, I guess, for both of us. Yeah. And then, and he said in a day before our visa expires, come back here and chat with me, and I'll extend you for another 30 days, no problem. And that's going to cost us 9,000 Sudanese pounds, so $25 to $30 somewhere in there, to extend for another 30 days. So we can relax in knowing that we can stay here for another 30 days, and we can sort of take our time to figure out a plan. Originally, we had thought that we wanted to go down to Ethiopia by bus, but there's quite a few conflicts along that border, so we're not sure if that's a good idea. So this gives us time to really sort of figure out what we want to do, and
figure out the other options of travel and other things that we can, just do, I guess.
And Mohammed, he said, if you give that some time, it might simmer down and not be such a conflict. So this is, it's interesting, because this is the life that they deal with. If there's some sort of a conflict somewhere, they just avoid that area and let it simmer down, and then eventually they'll go and it'll be fine. And it's we hear about all these dangerous things happening in Canada, and you kind of think like the whole country is in danger, and there's all this stuff going on, but it's just simply not the case. I mean, one small area of the country is having issues, but the rest of the country is totally fine.
So we just wanted to interject here quickly and talk about something that we've sort of found funny since we've been here in Sudan. In North America, we think of Sudan and these places as super dangerous, and there's all this war and conflict and things happening, and people are getting murdered and all these things, and now being here and seeing how peaceful in general it is. I mean, of course they've had their problems in the past, but right now it's so safe. We just can't even believe how peaceful these people are. They're just so lovely. We haven't felt like anyone has wanted to rip us off or do anything. Like, we haven't felt like we're in any kind of danger. It's been just lovely.
Typically, when there is actually danger in the country, it actually doesn't have anything to do with tourists, and nor do they actually want to do anything with tourists. Like,
and not even just tourists, but like another tribe. Like, we were talking to our friends the other night, and they said, there's like 3 tribes in this area specifically. Even like last October, there was a bit of a conflict, and 6 people died. But they said, the conflict is within their tribes. There's 3 tribes that fight a little bit and don't get along, and they have nothing to do with anybody else. Even other Sudanese people, if they're not part of that tribe, they're not involved, and it has nothing to do with them. So that's been really enlightening to learn. And we had kind of a funny conversation actually in Khartoum with our friend Jamal. He was asking us where we had traveled, and one of the places we lived for 4 months was Guatemala. And he said, Guatemala, that's the highest crime rate in the world. I'd be too scared to go to Guatemala.
It's so dangerous.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah.
So we just had this hilarious realization that, every place in the world is hearing crazy news about other places in the world.
Yeah.
And we felt so safe in Guatemala. I mean, it's just funny to hear somebody from Sudan thinking that Guatemala is dangerous, and then of course people in Guatemala and North America think Sudan is dangerous. So and in all reality, it's really not that dangerous. Nothing's been that dangerous yet. So.
No. Just long as you don't go do stupid things at stupid times in stupid places. Then...
Don't be buying drugs outside a bar at 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't really do that here, anyways. But
no. That's another part. We there's not really any alcohol in this country, so we haven't actually been drinking. We don't miss it, and it's actually quite fine.
And it was kind of the same in Morocco, although more people kind of drink behind closed doors in Morocco than they do in Sudan.
Yeah.
I think we've seen literally 2 drunk people since we've arrived in Sudan.
Possibly,
and
potentially, yeah.
That was it. It really changes the atmosphere of a place, I mean, the evenings are so quiet. There's not people like yelling and screaming in the streets, and it just brings a whole new level of peace to society when there's no alcohol involved. It's been really interesting.
It's been lovely.
Sure.
It's been nice. Not like we hate alcohol, but it's not necessary, and we don't see nearly as much shit going down.
Yeah, for sure. It decreases the amounts of problems that exist. That's for sure.
We're learning lots, and we're so happy that we can just sort of relax and stay in our apartment for another month, and we're sort of concocting some plans to see some other places around here. So things are good. Things are really good. We're feeling definitely like things are going downstream for us, which we've mentioned before. We try to take a downstream route. If something feels easy, we go with it. If it feels hard, we try to avoid it. So everything's feeling very downstream right now. So things are really good.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that flow going.
Yes. Cheers.
So as part of our daily routine, we typically go to the market every second day at least. Sometimes daily. And there's always, I know we've talked about this before, but there's so many little nooks and crannies, and there's always so much to discover at the market. So we have a really good time just going in there and looking around, and it always takes a little bit longer than we anticipate because we get sidetracked with fun and exciting things all the time.
Yes.
Hey guys, just wanted to share our adventure with you here right now. We're walking through the market area, and it is crazy. Check this out.
The new little kind of alleyway we discovered with all sorts of kitchen gear. I mean, absolutely everything you could imagine, honestly. So we're at the Royal Restaurant here. It's really quite a cool quite a cool little entranceway here, and a really neat restaurant that's down on the water. Are they open? Yeah? Yeah, kind of a neat spot.
Yeah, so when we arrived, got down to the table that we like to sit at, and I'm looking over at the table, and basically I watched the crow like hop onto the table, literally pick the lid off of the sugar, and then dunk its beak in for a couple good beakfuls of sugar. Oh yeah, he was happy about that. And then afterwards, when we were sitting at our table, and he sat very close and just yelled at us pretty much.
Yep.
Like, give me more, or something. Like, it must have been his cocaine or something like that. I don't know. Like,
This guy's been jumping around our table here. When we arrived, he was in the sugar dish eating sugar. And now he wants more. Having a sugar crash. Uh-huh. We've got vocal animals today. You can hear the crow still going at it, and this cat's meowing. No, I already gave you food. Meow. Let me pet you and I'll give you more. Hmm? Let me pet you. No. See? Oh, here comes another one.
That was food for you, buddy.
Yeah, why didn't you get that, you dummy? Wow, real freaking animal farm around here. Oh, where'd you go? There you are. Meow.
at this point in time, we're mostly working on our own projects as we don't have any murals going on at the moment. So, yeah.
Yeah, we spend our time, you know, we have our coffees here at our place in the morning and work on a few things. Then we generally go out to the market, and then we come back here and either we come back here and work for a bit and then go for coffee, or if we're in town for long enough, then we'll kind of do coffee on the way home and then come home. And we're both kind of artists and creatives, so we tend to be creative at night, so we work quite late.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also have had a struggle with the internet here, so we found ourselves going around town finding the best spot for internet.
So this is the spot where we come to use Wi-Fi. This is the original hotel that we stayed at when we arrived in Port Sudan, and they have a Wi-Fi connection that's decent. It's like the only decent one we've really found in town. So yeah, this is their sort of like little courtyard garden area, and we come here and hang out. It's not the most comfortable place, but the Wi-Fi works, and there's trees and there's shade, and the birds are chirping, so that's nice. Yeah, it's a place. It's something that works for us, which is nice.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed our show about nothing. And not every week will be like this, but it's, you know,
And not every week will be exciting. So
Yeah, exactly.
This is just a real glimpse into our life, which is what we really do want to share with you.
Yeah.
And keep it real, and yeah, just sort of show you what we're up to. So this was week 6 in Sudan, and if you are enjoying our content, please subscribe to our channel and like our videos. I will link the Sudan playlist at the very end of this video, so if you haven't seen the other ones, just click on that and it'll take you to all of our Sudan videos.
Yes.
Thanks so much for
Thank
watching.
you.
Take
Bye.
care.